I guess you know you're an irredeemable dork when going to your storage unit is the highlight of your week. Okay, here I am at my old unit, and as you can see, it's still a bit of a mess. So my plan today is not to really throw anything away or decide what to get rid of. I'm just gonna make everything kind of presentable and ready, hopefully, for actual culling time. That's gonna be more involved emotionally, and so I'm gonna have to sort of prepare for that process. It's gonna be a multi-day, probably week process. But whenever I'm ready to start, whatever category or things I'm gonna start going through, I want to sort of be well prepared for it and sort of, yeah, arrive with everything kind of ready for me to attack, and I can do that thing and get through however much I can. And so, probably gonna do clothes first. Those are already in the other unit, the new one, the 10 by 20. But I am going to spend some time today just moving stuff. And I was hoping to set up a time lapse, but it was enough effort just to get out of the house today. So I'm glad I'm here, but I'm going to maybe just sort of set this camera up and sort of maybe just use some video tools to speed that up and sort of show the process I'm going to go through for myself or anyone else who is interested. So I'm going to put this right here. I don't have a proper phone mount thing, so it's sort of embarrassing, but I have to use weird stringy stuff. Okay. That'll be good enough. This is my power cord box. Got a lot of stuff in it. And yet more electronic junk. Mostly speaker wire and some lamp cord and Ethernet cable and a multimeter. How exciting. It's even more wires and stuff. Whee! This is not even all of my yarn. That's always the story, isn't it? Somebody gets into knitting, everybody gives them all their yarn, and then they kind of stop or take a long break, and it's like, hey, I got some yarn, you want some? Like this. This has just so much art. I can't even do it right here. I'll have to lay it out another place. But this has art from grade school, high school. It's pretty exciting. All this rope and no one to tie up. Check this out. Magic cards. I haven't opened these in a long time. I think this held 1,600. Another box. This is 800, so yeah. You can see where I kind of drew the magic logo. What's really frightening to me, well, not frightening, but kind of funny, is that this scroll right here is older than some of my friends who play Magic. I think that's fantastic. This one, actually, these belong to my sibling. I'm not sure what to do with these, but these are sentimental items. This, my grandmother embroidered this for me. To love this child is to give her room to grow. feeling really freed by, God, the lighting out here is terrible. I'm feeling very freed by my decision not to throw anything away today. I get to kick that can down the road and just focus on organizing things, and that's so nice because it's like I don't have to use, with each thing, if I devote enough time and energy and attention to it, I can decide what to do with it. But that kind of uses up brain points, and so each time I decide whether or not to decide on something, it sort of distracts a little bit. But if I'm like, oh, I've given myself permission to not expend those brain points and just expend brain points on organizing and sorting and stuff, which I can do way faster, it's way easier for me. I'm just staging everything. I'm so good at just organizing what's here and not making any major life-impacting decisions. Here is a folder full of programs from various concerts I've been to since undergrad. This is definitely sentimental, and oh my goodness, I could just open any one of these and bring up a flurry of memories. I'm hoping to grab the last of things I want to bring over there so I can lay my books out over here. That's exciting. So, I seem to have fewer books than I thought I did, but now I remember that I did cull through a lot of my books a few years ago and got rid of a lot of them. So I just have this handful. These are in no particular order. This handful and that handful down there, and then of course here in this are all my music books. That's the whole other thing. STS stands for short-term storage, and yeah, so books won't actually be that hard. Okay, so I got to a good stopping point here. I've cleared out most of the stuff that I'm going to store in the other unit, which is clothes, electronics, instruments, memorabilia, like sentimental stuff, and yeah, it's not quite perfect yet, but most of that stuff's in there, and my books are all staged over there, and I didn't have the time I wanted to, or energy I guess, to sort out my clothes, but I'll do a little video in there too. But I can do the clothes and other things next week. Take one more week before I get into the actual hard part, deciding what to keep. Okay, this is my new unit that I've been filling up with various things. Over here I have cardboard and some lumber and random wood, and over on the other side I have a bunch of lumber too. Over here, this is mostly, over here is mostly sentimental stuff. This is a GameCube, but I can't find my games, so. Over here is a lot of clothes and like sheets and quilts and cloth, yarn, that kind of stuff. Over here is all the music instruments and some random appliances and electronics. All the electronics over here. And so, yeah, that's currently all my stuff. And next week, my plan will be to probably come in here and get all these unpacked and laid out, roughly categorized into like regular clothes and bed sheets and random pieces of cloth and special clothes. So that'll be fun. Maybe I'll time-lapse that. Or at least I'll time-lapse the actual process of culling through them, which I don't plan to do next week. If I have any more time after getting clothes ready next week, I'll just go into the other unit and just tidied up a bit. It's pretty dirty and it's pretty dank in there. So I found a dead rat in there, actually. It had burrowed its way into one of my ex pillows. That pillow is now in the trash. Such a girl about it too. I was like, eek! Not literally eek, but I was freaked out about it. That explained the weird smell. Anyway, okay, well, I'm gonna quit while I have a little bit of extra energy so I can conserve a little bit to put these videos together and upload. Yeah, overall, I'd say pretty successful day. It started raining right about when I wanted to clean up anyway, so one step at a time. Enjoy each step.